Okay, hello and welcome everybody, this is Kazam187 and we're going to be going through a couple of the mods for Age of Charlemagne, which has just been released as a DLC for Total War Attila. I'm actually having a lot of fun with this DLC at the moment. It's a lot better than the actual Attila or vanilla Attila, bit of a tongue twister there. But obviously we're going to be going over, it's pretty much just unlocks for the factions. First one we're going to be going over, because obviously it's in a different tab. This is for Slavic nations and obviously Sicily, and the next one is basically all the factions that you get in UK or Britain. So we're going to go for this one first, obviously all the normal factions leading up to where Westphalia is, and then we've got Bohemia. So obviously no text for this, loyalty, tax rate, morale, etc, etc, and obviously Bohemia is into the far east of the map. So if you don't want to play as the Avars, which is obviously the furthest east, Bohemia will be pretty good for you. I will go into the campaign map for a couple of these, and then the same for obviously the Britain map. But obviously, if you guys have played Age of Charlemagne already, you will know where these guys are anyway. So the main thing is just to check out what units they are. The only thing with the game just coming out, or DLC coming out, obviously there's not loads of mods for unit types for different factions yet. So obviously they're not as flushed out as they will be in the future, but obviously if you want to play these ones, different starting locations, and with Age of Charlemagne being a shorter campaign map, and obviously short campaign in general, this is obviously quite a viable option. A lot of people are probably going to be wanting to play this as well, the Duchy of Croatia. We're going to be going into the campaign map for these guys, obviously to the far east. Something I might play on stream at one point as well. We've got the Aileach, which is obviously next to where the Danes are to the far east, but in the north. Theme of Sicily is another one as well, which would be pretty good. This one's got trade, tariffs, so these are different. I think we're going to go and have a look at Duchy of Croatia and then Sicily. We're going to see what unit types they've got, and then we have the Vilzi, which is just literally below where the Aileachs are. So they're pretty much going to be the same. So I don't think there's going to be much difference with that, and they're going to be like similar to the Danes, I say, with the unit types and all that type of jazz. But so the most interesting ones, maybe Bohemia. Well, saying that, you've got Aileachs to the top, Wilsey to the south of that, and then Bohemia, which is even south to that. So there's not much variations where they are. So Duchy of Croatia and then Sicily are probably going to be the better ones. Okay, guys, we're going to go over to the battle map for Croatia first, and then Sicily, and then I'll be going over to the Britain mod, so we can look at their factions as well. Obviously unit types to that might not be that much different, but for these guys they should hopefully be. Okay, we'll see you on the campaign map. Okay, so we are now on the campaign map for Croatia, and we're going to check what armies you start off with. Obviously, like I said earlier, this is basically the units that CA have obviously implemented for each faction for when they start off. This is more of an AI orientated. They didn't probably intend for people to actually play these. Well, obviously there's mods, so that's going to happen at some point, but until there is mods related for these factions, some of the units are going to be quite similar. But we've got Levy Spearmen that I can see at the moment, Levy Archers, Noble Cavalry, Skirmisher Cavalry, and we can obviously build Standard Spearmen, Swords, but the general basic units that you're going to get in here, Skirmisher Cav as well, etc, etc. And then we're going to check Diplomacy, see who's in the area. We've got Duchy of Bavaria, who are quite friendly with you, Bevento, Spoleto, King of Lombards, obviously these are all the Italian peninsula ones, and the Republic of Venice, and you're currently at war with the Avars, so obviously you've got to deal with that first of all. So there's obviously 3 settlements there. You can start off with 1,300 money, 5,000 in the bank, well sorry, income is 1,300, and obviously you can start building things up. Food wise we're alright, you get a general gist. Research, I assume it's exactly the same as the other, pretty much as the other factions, cultural buildings, ship mill, perishment, fatigue rate, radiant income. Yep, okay, so we're going to go onto the campaign map now for the Theme of Sicily, or Feme, however you pronounce it. Okay, and now we are on the map for Sicily. It's the campaign map. They start off with 5,000 and 2,000, well pretty much 3 grand in the upkeep per turn.
Commander.
From what we can see, I think there's only one army, yep. God's Chosen, we've got Levy Spearmen, Scudetoi, which will actually look pretty good. So heavy melee infantry, excellent armour, excellent spotting. So obviously they start off with decent units already. Archers, light cavalry, and then scout cavalry. So overall, this is like actually quite a flushed out faction already. And Unives or Univanes, which is a light melee infantry. Yeah, pretty good actually. So this could even be a faction you could do a let's play on as well, which I could do as a, what's it called, live stream campaign at some point. Right, let's check what they've got for building types as well. Usual gist, but obviously we've got a vineyard here, so bam, build that up. Obviously we can trade with some people. You start off with 3 settlements by the looks of things. Oh, we also got one here, Calgary. Palma? Jesus, you've got quite a few. So you've got all the islands. So basically you've got Corsica, Sardinia. Okay, there's no... Yeah. Well, you've actually got quite a few settlements. So if we look on the campaign map, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 settlements. I think by the looks of things. Yeah, Jesus. Obviously friendly with these guys. Vivento Province, Kingdom of the Lombards, Papal States, Republic of Venice. Not too friendly with the Spanish Peninsula, so obviously that's someone you could probably try and attack at some point. And we'll quickly check research. Just assume it's going to be the same as it was before. Yeah, pretty much exactly the same. Ship mill. Yeah, okay. We're going to be heading over to the campaign's main screen. Obviously we're going over the Britain mod, which I'm just going to install now, so you can obviously pop up. And you can play as all the factions that are in the UK. Okay guys, I'll see you all on that map. Okay, and now we are on the map, so we can see what factions you can play as. Obviously for the Britain mod, this is going to be all the factions you get in Ireland, Scotland, Wales and obviously the UK. We're probably going to touch on maybe one of the Irish factions and maybe Northumbria or the Picts. So I want to just see how flushed out the obviously the factions are. Also, I will leave it in the description below. My buddy of mine, DragonHeart, is doing a live stream campaign of the Kingdom of Wessex at the moment. He's literally live streaming right now while I'm doing this video. But obviously he'll probably carry that on. So if you guys are interested in watching a campaign of that, I'll link that down below so you can obviously check that one out. Because obviously he'll do the live stream and it'll upload onto YouTube afterwards. So you can check it even if you're not watching it live. So we have got the Kingdom Mercia, which is obviously the one that you get via the DLC. We've got the Kingdom of Aileach, which is obviously in Northern Ireland. Obviously I'm going to butcher these by the way, so I apologise for the pronunciations. The Kingdom of Outclut, which is in Scotland, to the west of Scotland. Kingdom of Connacht, which is off the west of Ireland. Kingdom of the Cornid, which is Northern Wales. Kingdom of Kent, which is obviously South East England, where I'm from. Not from Kent itself, but South East England. Kingdom of Leinster, which is the south east of Ireland. Kingdom of Munster, which is south of Ireland. Kingdom of Northumbria, which obviously you can play against but can't play as in the campaign. Kingdom of the Picts, which is very to the north. Kingdom of Paris, which is middle of Wales, and then Kingdom of Wessex. So we're probably going to go to, well, definitely going to do the Picts, I think, just to see what the unit types they've got, what kind of start you are, because you're at the very north of the map. Maybe one of the Welsh ones? Not Welsh ones, sorry, the Irish ones. Maybe Kingdom of Aileach. Maybe. I think we'll do that one, yeah. Okay guys, I'll see you on the campaign map for that. Okay, and so we are on the campaign map. So these guys, 5,000 in the treasury, 1,100 for the upkeep, and you only have one settlement. So you're going to be wanting to face down Patrick at the beginning, which is the Kingdom of Aileach. And your army is consisting of levy spearmen, javelinmen and horsemen. You can recruit, probably the same things. Swordsman, axeman, yeah, your general basic units, but obviously they actually look different, which is pretty cool. Obviously with the emblems and stuff like that. Let's check the research, assume it's the same, as per usual. Yeah, this is not going to change, I don't think. And let's check diplomacy, who you will be facing. Okay, so you've only got them two already at the beginning, so you can be friendly with this Kingdom of Connacht, and obviously you take out these guys straight away so you can get second settlement. And obviously if you want to get the third settlement as a whole province, you take these guys out. But ideally you're going to be wanting to expand, take the rest of Ireland, and then obviously push towards England itself. There's no real differences there, but maybe just the emblems of the actual units. That we're going to go check out the Picts. Obviously, this is going to be the furthest north of the map. Okay, we'll see you all for the Picts. Okay, and now we're on the map for the mighty Picts in the furthest reach of Scotland. For these guys, you're going to be starting off with 2 settlements. You have 5,000 treasury, 1,300 upkeep, or inkeep, whatever you call it. Levy spearmen, sword band, Pictish archers, and then horsemen. So obviously they've got their own unique units, which is pretty cool. Axemen, I think extra. Yeah, obviously some of these are going to be exactly the same as what you'd get down in the south, but you've got to think as a region as a whole, this whole mod is not going to be that much different for some of the units. If we was going to further south towards the Italian peninsula, places like that, obviously they're going to change a little bit, aren't they? We're going to check research as per usual. I assume it's going to be the same. Yep, it is. What else? Let's check out. Oh, wrong one. Let's check out diplomacy. So it's only Northumbria that you're friendly with. Well, you're at war with actually Northumbria first of all, and you've got Kingdom of Outclut, which you can obviously become friends with, and then push down south towards Northumbria. So you've got to worry about them first of all, and you've got the 2 settlements you can build up for get some extra income. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed obviously what you've seen. Obviously this is not as in-depth as it could be. Obviously I could show off some units, more campaign starts, but obviously the main type of thing for this is for you guys to just obviously download the mod yourself, go check out the factions, which one you think you want to play as, and obviously have fun with it. I'll say since playing Age of Charlemagne, this is the most fun I've had in a Total War game since Rome 2, and obviously Rome 2 had a bit of a funny start with all the bugs and stuff. I didn't enjoy Attila at all. I enjoyed it for like the first week or two just because it was something slightly different, and then obviously I just got used to mechanics and how crap they are. It's too punishing, and with this one it's a little bit more dumbed down. The map is a lot smaller, so you don't have to conquer as much. Obviously it stops there. There's no Greece, there's nothing like that, so there's a little bit smaller, there's not as many factions to take on, and it just doesn't seem as cutthroat, I don't think, as before. The fertility's obviously gone from it as well, that side of stuff. Obviously there is to a certain degree, but you don't get depleted from it from climate change, so it seems a lot more flushed out at a better time period and something I enjoyed more. Okay guys, obviously if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you liked what you've seen, give the video a like, and then obviously tell me what faction you're thinking of playing as, and if I did do a live stream campaign of one of these factions from the Britain mod or the Slavic nations, which one would you like to see? Currently I'm doing a Westphalia campaign live stream. I do it every Friday 8 PM GMT. Obviously if you subscribe to the channel it will pop up for you, and just come over to the chat and we'll talk about the game and just other stuff in general. I hope you enjoyed this video guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.